The miracle of the Masjid an-Nabawi. The person who built the Masjid al-Haram and Masjid an-Nabawi was called Muhammad Kamal Ismail. He was an Egyptian architect and engineer. He is the person who gets to design and build the most blessed parts of the world. This person was also no less than special. Dr. Kamal Ismail was the youngest one to graduate from high school in Egypt, and then he became the youngest person ever to graduate from the Royal School of Engineering. He was then sent to Europe to receive multiple doctorates in Islamic architecture. He was over the age of 80 when he signed the contract of designing and rebuilding the Haram and Masjid an-Nabawi. Despite his excellence and degrees and experience, he refused to take even a single penny for completing this lengthy, difficult task. He spent his years working for the sacred places without any media coverage or spotlight. The building material used for the construction was one of the rarest. If you have been lucky enough to visit these holy places, you will know that despite the scorching heat of Saudi Arabia, the floor of those places is cool to touch. This is because the white marble used there is a rare kind of snow-white marble found in Lebanon. Dr. Kamal went to Greece and bought the mountain where this marble was found. It is known for its extraordinary shine and white color and thermal properties. It gets rid of the heat in the air and feels cool to touch on the surface. When the construction of the Masjid an-Nabawi began, the King of Saudi Arabia asked Dr. Muhammad Kamal Ismail to use the same snow-white marble. The marble he had bought for the Haram was 15 years ago. He wasn't sure if that company still had it. Anyways, he went to meet the executive and asked for the marble. As expected, the material had been sold out completely. Dr. Kamal left the room, but just as a ray of hope, he asked the secretary to please find the person who bought that marble. She said, "It is difficult, but you can drop your number, and I will let you know if I receive any information." The next day he received a call from the secretary. She had found the company who bought the rest of the marble 15 years ago. The company was based in Saudi Arabia. He immediately took his flight, landed in Saudi Arabia, and went to meet the owner of the company. The owner of the company asked his staff to check where they used that marble. Surprisingly enough, the marble was still there in their storage. For 15 years, that marble was waiting for Dr. Kamal to come and use it for the building of the Masjid an-Nabawi. He broke into tears, gave the owner of the company a blank check, and asked him to charge whatever he wants to. The executive of the company refused to take a penny. We are talking about the mosque that Muhammad, peace be upon him, built with his own hands. How lucky some chosen people have been to contribute to the reconstruction of this holy place, where the hearts of the Muslims from all over the world come together. This is the end of this episode. Subscribe for more content.